It's going to be sunset. Time to go again.
Yeah, I'll collect some more resources while this is going on. This whole night wumbo. Die, you little bastages. Wonder, I don't think I've seen how many coal blocks the zombies drop. I hope it's a decent amount. It would suck to have, well, now each block drops several coal, so wouldn't matter. I think it does.
And once we're at a point where we can enchant
one. Yeah.
a pick with fortune, we can get lots and lots of coal.
And diamonds and
from
iron
every
and
block.
puppies. So many puppies. Well, there's a puppy spawner out there somewhere, but yeah.
I don't think we really need that, though.
Well, we've got plenty bones.
Yeah, but what are we going to do with dogs?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think about all we could do would be fight them and make viewers hate us.
And really, I think they'd end up just fighting us.
Yeah. We'd have to figure out how to make the dogs fight, and I'm all for making people hate me because I do things that are horribly, horribly tacky and inappropriate. Because that's, one of my, given rights as a merkin.
Okay, I have an idea. Wolves kill sheep automatically, right?
Yes, I believe they do.
So I think what we need to do is make a water conveyor from the sheep spawner to the wolf spawner.
Yeah. And we could set up an infinite sheep, or an instant sheep murdering system.
Well, the entertainment system.
Well, yeah. But it would also make a very good building material, too.
If you like a wool house.
Well, the way I look at it, one of us is probably eventually going to set the other one on fire whenever we have houses.
So you want to have the house be as flammable as possible?
It'll be better looking on camera.
I mean, you can make a flammable house if you want to.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna wait on that till we get to the obsidian spawner, so you can't even blow me up.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I'm gonna make obsidian windows.
I was looking, everyone was apparently very excited about the stained glass update. I was like, okay, that's kinda neat. I'm not gonna update for it.
Not yet, anyway.
All the extra biomes that are in Highlands already.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. And couldn't you just talk to the guy from, the Highlands mod and be like, just send us your file, we're putting it in. Of course, lots of people get upset whenever they add anything whatsoever that there's a similar mod for. And usually scream yargle blargle blarg plagiarism. Which what happened with the potions, there's actually a pretty big fuss about it from one guy. So, not a big fuss, but there was one guy who, okay, he made a big fuss, but it wasn't a big fuss. But, yeah, one guy who had a slightly similar mod was just screaming and ranting and sending Notch threatening emails about suing him.
The thing that gets me, though, is with the new biomes they add, they're still not as good as the ones in Highlands.
That's true.
Which, I mean, you'd think they could get them at least as good.
Yeah, they're not as... they're barely different than the standard biomes we have.
Right, and Highlands does all of its biomes without adding different block types.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use different blocks for more tree variety, but all of the land features use standard blocks.
Yeah. That's sad because that really just strikes of unimaginativeness. And it's kind of like they've gone, meh, whatever. Like,
it seems like they're just updating Minecraft to update Minecraft.
Yeah. It kind of seems like they're using the simplest mods. Or the simplest additions.
I think by the time they got to 1.5, they were really in a position where they could basically leave Minecraft alone and let the modders sell it for them.
Yeah. I didn't really need to do anything. So I can do this with wood. Come here, skeletons.
Of course, I still want to be on 1.2.
I don't remember 1.2 at this point.
The thing I remember most about 1.2 is that it ran really well on my computer.
Well, there's that, yes. Hold on, I'm going to let the skeleton spawn for a bit and try and figure out where I put my goddamn hoodie. Oh, it's up behind Angel. There you second. Alright. Yes, it's a bit nipply tonight.
Uh-huh.
And I am too old to like the cold anymore.
Oh.
It's one of those things of all of my joints. All of my joints are made of pain now.
I only get that with the rain.
I get it not as bad in the rain to the point where I can ignore it.
And that's mostly just the joints in my hands.
Yeah, like, there are some times, or some nights recently where I've been wanting to record, but when I sit down it gets so cold that I cannot record because the cracking of my knuckles picks up on the microphone too loud.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, when I bend my fingers, like when I make a fist, a lot of people pop their knuckles and whatnot. Mine do that without my trying. If I just make a fist, it makes, that, if you can hear it.
No.
And it'll probably show up on my audio, but yeah. I cannot make a fist without all the knuckles in my fingers cracking. And it's like, well, I'm old.
Yep.
And I just don't do well in cold. But, yeah. Oh well. At least I'm still able to function. I know someday I'm gonna get bad enough I can't, because that's what happens when,
You're old?
Let's say, well, that's what happens when you do stupid things when you're young, like I did.
Yeah.
Like martial arts, when you're, really, really fat, and someone says, you should jump off that second-story balcony. And you go, alright. Because you're a teenage boy, and you're retarded.
Right.
And if you're like me, an adult told you to do it, so you do it. Because I was always one of those people like, adults know better, I'll listen to them. No, they don't.
Yeah, really not.
No, adults don't necessarily know better. Some of them can be retarded children. Which, when you're a teenage boy means you think they're cool. I still remember I did have one... it's funny, it took me a really long time to realize, most of my martial arts teachers were assholes. I was too young to notice because I was thinking about one of them the other day. I was like, yeah, it was funny when blah, and then it was paused and went, no, it wasn't. I mean, it was just kind of a dick move when they did blah. I couldn't remember what it was. And then it was paused and went, they were a jerk. I only realized this. What the hell? Oh well. Can't change the past. Lol.
So I'm thinking what I might do for the Enderman spawner is use the piston pile driver system to build down like 30 levels to like level 1.
Yeah.
And make the walkway to and from it down there with ladders on either end.
So that it won't spawn until you're directly up into the spawner?
Well, so that it's out of the Enderman teleportation range.
That is a very good idea.
Because, like, if we had the structure around the spawner but no walkway to it,
yeah,
they would not be able to leave it.
Yeah.
But, of course, we wouldn't be able to get there. So the next best thing to do would be to take the walkway out of their teleport range.
Yeah, and just build a straight shaft underneath them because they can't teleport farther than their range vertically.
Right. It's 32 blocks in any direction. And the floor of that should be at 32.
Yeah.
If not 33. So that's going to take more time and material than we can probably accomplish tonight, but I think that's going to be the way it ends up working.
Alright. I need another stick, because a shovel is 2 sticks and a diamond.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a diamond spade, apparently. I need to do some petunia gardening or something. Tulips. That's it. I'm growing tulips somewhere. Oh, wait. They actually added those, because that's what Minecraft needed.
And they took the roses
tulips.
away.
Yeah. They took away the roses and added tulips. That's what we needed. Not a stable mod API.
There's never going to be a stable mod API.
They say they're working on it, and they say the keyboard will be out next fall, and no one's going to get that joke. This joke back in the fucking ancient days of, like, console gaming. There was something that was a home computer, which is basically a video gaming system. But they sold it as a home computer. That way they got some sort of benefit tax-wise, I think.
Huh.
And they kept saying, yeah, the keyboard will be out in the fall. The keyboard will be out in the fall. That would actually make it work as a computer. And there's actually a famous Jay Leno, like, roast from the 80s. Where it's like, yo, the 3 greatest lies are blah, blah, and the keyboard will be out next fall. But I wish I could remember what the hell gaming system it was now. It wasn't the Commodore. That actually had a keyboard.
That was a keyboard.
Yeah, that was a keyboard.
I had one of those.
My grandfather actually got a Commodore 64.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Well, I mean, this year.
Oh.
Along with I think he said 6 boxes of video games at a yard sale for like $8.
Pretty good.
He is probably going to be sending it down with my dad when he goes to visit this weekend, and I hope so, because I want to look at that and go, wow, why did I play this? Of course,
I was there.
Yeah. Oh, I realize I have nostalgia goggles quite badly.
Everybody does for something.
Yeah, but there are certain things where I've managed to get past it, like, there are a lot of old Nintendo games that, as much as I nostalgia, they are just bad. I mean, there's no excuse for liking them other than nostalgia, and I'll fully admit it's nostalgia. But I'll still like them.
Like, you remember Transformers Generation 2, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You know, of all Transformers stuff, that's why I had the most nostalgia for it, because that was Transformers when I was the age to buy Transformers.
Yeah. Well, you know, because that's what you remember, that's what you could get, that's what was there. I've still got my G2 Optimus Prime trailer somewhere.
You know, in 1995, there were the little jet Transformers they called the Cyber Jets, and I'm, like, all about collecting Cyber Jets, because I loved those when I was that age.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that
And they actually are good toys.
Yeah. I'm saying it doesn't mean that you're... Well, that is important. And it doesn't mean that you're, wrong just because better toys exist now. That's right. The point of nostalgia. To make you go, I don't feel old for 5 minutes. At least that's my nostalgia point. And then I think about it and go, oh, I am old.
Well, yes.
But,
As you may know, I turned 30 in January.
Oh, yeah. Well, just remember, you're still younger than me.
And I always will be.
Yes.
And I'm much younger than Rob.
Yes. So am I. Well, I'm a decent amount younger than
It's funny, though. Back in 1999, 2000, when I was on IRC all the time, one of the regulars, everybody joked about him being ancient. He was 28.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, I feel kind of bad now because that's getting to be my age.
Well, because I'm past that age.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. Well, just remember, he's always older than you.
Oh, yes, but still.
Possibly dead. No.
No, he's still alive. I'm friends with him on Twitter yet.
Oh, well, that's good. Nah, but... a friend is old, though, when you think, I'm pretty much just friends with this person so that when they die, I can get in on that will.
I don't know about that, but...
I've had that thought with friends I don't talk to anymore because I realized maybe I don't need to be friends with them anymore. If that's my main reason for hanging around them. When they die, I'm gonna get in on some of that inheritance. Where'd that come from?
Despite that I spent like 7 years in the IRC channel, I don't really keep in touch with most of them anymore.
Well, I went to message boards and all sorts of things where I'm like, I don't care about any of these people.